Romilly was our first child, and you get all the checks in the hospital. The doctors basically said she's got cataracts in both eyes. I said, is she blind? And he went, no, they'll take the cataracts out, it'll be fine, you know. But she was, you know, she was completely blind at birth.
She doesn't recognise people easily. She'll probably go by people's voices and maybe what they're wearing, the colour of their clothes. She finds it difficult to maintain eye contact. Steps are quite difficult for her, and sudden changes in lighting. Distance, obviously, is a big difficulty for her. So it pretty much affects every aspect of her waking hours. She had a one-to-one TA, and that was it. What she didn't have was a decent laptop. She didn't always have the materials ready in time. She didn't have an educational psychologist, which she then had to have quite soon after starting school year 2.
Really and truly the main support that Romilly had was from Clare, from my wife, really. If she hadn't been on it all the time, I mean, they constantly just overlooked. I think visual impairment is one of the main things it's easy for people without visual impairment to overlook.
They didn't facilitate any play mechanisms to kind of help her to locate friends, to keep friends. There was a point when she said break times were actually the worst part of her day. She said she really hated break time because she'd just be on her own all the time.
But I have this girl who's I just hang out with her all the time. Her name's BB.
Your bestie?
BB.
Is BB your bestie?
Yeah, I suppose at school. Yeah, she is.
Weeks would go, sometimes we'd reach half term before the teacher and the TA were given their 30 minutes a year training, which is all they got, 30 minutes a year.
Okay,
I think because of a lot of cuts to school budgets and the cuts by the council meant that resources were really stretched, and a child with something as pronounced as a visual impairment definitely would suffer under those kinds of conditions.
So what do you want to do when you grow up?
I don't know, I've got a lot of things. Musician, I'm quite good at writing, and also I might be a doctor or a vet for a while because I quite like the idea of like healing people.
We had to really fight for all the right elements for her and to ensure that the provision was in place so that she could really start thriving. My hopes for Romilly's future are that she'll have the same opportunities as her sighted peers, and I fully believe that she can go as far as she wants to go so long as she has the right support, the people who are helping her are properly trained, and that this is all ongoing.
Young Vision Alliance. See our potential.